Good evening, Tottenham fans. Remember that Man United fan that said he won't cut his hair until Man United win 5 games in a row? Well, I said I'm going to cut my hair every time Spurs lose. And as you can see, I am bold as fuck. Tottenham won't win any more games under this manager. And the news today is he's going to be taking the Dortmund game, which for me in itself is a bizarre decision. And speaking of bizarre decisions, Thomas Frank has made another bizarre decision regarding the squad for the Champions League. And let me explain what I mean by this. Thomas Frank has actually decided to take Tell back out of the Champions League squad and put Solanke in his place. Now, he can do that because basically Tell was a substitute for an injury. And when the player that's injured comes back, he can then be put back in the side, but only Tell can come out. For example, you can't take Richarlison out, it has to be Tell. Now, for me, the reason why that's super bizarre is we've only got one winger on the books, that's Odegaard. Tell can play striker and on the wing, so he would have been more versatile than Solanke. Solanke's only just come back from injury, and he's not match fit whatsoever. There's only 2 games left of this group stage where you can change your squad. After these 2 games, you can put another squad in anyway. So why change it now? Another one is we don't know if Solanke's going to have a reoccurrence of his injury once he plays a full 90 minutes. And then we won't have him at all. Another thing is Tell was probably on one of our best attackers. And the only bit of positivity we could take was the emergence of Tell and how he's progressing. And you've took that away from him as well. If I was Matisse Tell, I would get out of this club. He's such a talented young lad. I really rate him. Not like rate him as in, oh, he should be our starting left winger. I still think we should sign a left winger. But out of the forward players that we have available, Tell is probably one of the better ones. And now you've put an injury-prone striker in front of him that's not match fit yet. It's just bizarre to me. Like, let me know. Let you guys tell me. Is that a right decision? If Solanke scores a hat-trick tomorrow, then I'll look like a right idiot. But Frank even had the cheek as well in a press conference to say, if Tell was available, he'd be starting tomorrow. He's not available because of you, because you took him out of the squad. What a cheeky thing to say. Like, the decisions he makes are bizarre. Like, for another example of bizarre, we're 1-1 with West Ham. We're on the front foot. So he decides to bring Dancer on to take long throws. It's bizarre. Like, the decisions he makes are really strange. Like, none of our strikers are in form, and you leave Scarlett on the bench, who every time he comes on, he makes an impact. Again, you're just treating certain players like, if Vicaria plays shit, there's no consequence. But if Richarlison plays shit, he plays again the week later. There's some of the decisions he makes are just crazy, and I think Dortmund is definitely going to be his last game. It's got to be. What has a manager got to do to get sacked? Oh, you got to win a trophy. That's how you get sacked. Or you've got to get to a League Cup final. Or you've got to get to a Champions League final. Then you'll get sacked for sure, 100%. I just don't get this club anymore. I just don't get it. Like, I spoke to a lot of my Tottenham mates. A lot of them are YouTubers as well. And they're all done with this club. They're all depressed. They're all upset. They don't know they don't even want to make videos anymore. They don't even want to talk about Spurs. They just want to spend time with their families and then, forget about Spurs. Tottenham was our getaway, somewhere to let off some steam, have some fun, enjoy supporting your team, cheer them on, have a bit of excitement, have a dream that we might win a trophy. No, we've got none of that now as fans, none of that. And as long as Frank's still here, I cannot see us winning another game. I can't see us competing anywhere up the table. I honestly believe if Spurs decide to keep him, we'll be in a relegation battle. But I'm sure after Dortmund, he'll be gone. And I don't think he's got much chance of winning it. Let me just show you something as well. he has got this as an injury record going into that game. So regardless of what you think of Thomas Frank, any manager will struggle with this. Watch this. So Mickey van der Ven is suspended. Radu Dragushin is ineligible. Conor Gallagher, ineligible. Yves Bissouma, ineligible. Dominic Solanke is eligible now. That's old. So Dominic Solanke can play. So it'll be Tell that'll be ineligible instead of Solanke. Ben Davies is injured. Paulinho's injured. Bentancur's injured. Maddison's injured. Kudus is injured. Kulusevski's injured. Richarlison's injured. And Papa Matassar has just got back from AFCON. He might be tired and he may not be able to play either. Now, I heard some news that Paulinho might be fit again for the Burnley game, but I think he's going to miss out the Dortmund game. Look at that for an injury and an eligible record. It's absolutely insane at this club. I don't know what the medical team do. I really don't. But that is absolutely crazy. Like the players he has unavailable for this game. Look at all the midfielders on there. Paulinho, Bentancur, Maddison, Kulusevski, Bissouma, Gallagher. We've literally got Bergvall. I don't know why Gray's not on here, because I think Gray's injured as well. So you could probably add Gray to that list. I think we've only got Bergvall and Sarr that can play. We're going to have to play the youngsters or something. We're going to have to play like Williams Barnett, Olasesi. We're going to have to play all these guys. I think Scarlett should get run out. Why not? You know, half the team's missing. You're just going to have to go for it. You're at home. Maybe if you play the youngsters, they're not going to get as much abuse because obviously it's not their fault. So the fans might get behind them. It might be able to bring some of a feel-good factor watching some of the youngsters play, especially if they perform well like they did. Do you remember last year when Mikey Moore and I can't remember the other guy's name now, but when all three youngsters all scored in the Europa League? It was brilliant. It was really exciting. I really love seeing that, you know. Maybe that could happen again. We can have a reoccurrence of that against Dortmund. I'm clutching at straws here for something positive to talk about. I really am. I'm really clutching at straws. There's no positivity in this fan base whatsoever. It's really hard. And when people say you're negative, of course I am. Tell me something to be positive about. Like there's nothing. Like I don't like the board. I don't like Johan Langer. I don't like that new guy, Vinay. He's an Arsenal through and through. Don't like him. I don't like Thomas Frank. I think he makes bizarre decisions and he's made this club go backwards. Some of the players' attitudes I don't like either. Like the love for this club is really torn apart. It's really torn apart. I remember every year I used to have favourite players and I used to be excited about maybe trying to go for a trophy or, you know, watch Ginola play or watch Gaza play or watch Lineker play or watch Klinsmann play. I used to be excited to watch Spurs. Now it's like I'm only watching it really because I've got this channel and I don't really want to put myself through that pain, but I do, and then report it to you guys about what happened. But it's very, very tough at the moment. It's very tough. And with Thomas Frank making another bizarre decision, and an even bigger bizarre decision was Enoch keeping him after the weekend, after losing to West Ham. You're going to keep him for a really important game against Dortmund that we have to win. And we've got hardly any players. We've got one winger and one midfielder to play in that game. It's bizarre. Like, why would you take your only other winger out? It doesn't make sense. Why would you keep this manager anyway? Like, what do you have to do? Like I said, what do you have to do to get sacked? This club is going to ruin me. It's going to ruin me. It really is. What positives can we take from the future? Vuskovic, Mikey Moore, Williams Barnett. Maybe they all come through and, you know, show this first team how it's done. Maybe if we get a new manager in, who would you guys get in if we got a new manager? Who would you get in? Like Xavi Hernandez now is, you know, there's a lot of talk going on about him. Maybe Xavi Hernandez will come in and change things up. I know for a fact the football will be much better, but can these players play better football? Is it a fact that they don't want to play Frank's tactics? Is it because they've got no confidence now, especially at home? Is it because they're just crap? We'll only be able to see if a really decent manager comes in and they still can't pass 5 yards, then we know it's the players. But at the moment, I just don't think they really like what Frank's telling them to do. I really do think that. I think their confidence is shot, especially at home. And we're full of youngsters. Remember, we had 2 20-year-olds on the wing. We had 2 18-year-olds in midfield. You know, it's not easy for these youngsters, especially when everyone's booing, and it's not what they dreamed of when they were younger and wanted to become professional footballers. That's for sure. Things have to change, and they have to change fast. They really have to. And keeping Frank is not going to change anything. Not only that, if we don't change Frank and we keep him, are you going to back him in the transfer window? Because I don't think they're going to spend all their money on Thomas Frank when they know they're going to get rid of him. And not only that, if a new manager comes in and he's only interim, are you going to back that manager? You're going to have to do club signings. Now, can we trust the club to do club signings? They've been doing that for a few years and not getting that right, are they? So there's a lot wrong at this club, not just Thomas Frank. He shouldn't get all the blame, but he's part of the problem, in my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think of today's video. How are you feeling about Sporting Spurs at the moment? It's very, very tough. Thank you for watching, and come on, you Spurs.